after the little setback with the railing the other day, I decided to take a step back and switch things up today. Instead of working on the railing, I'm gonna work on putting down the runner that I purchased because I took a nasty fall down the stairs and it was not fun, so time to put up a runner. So this is the runner that I purchased for the stairs. I got it off of Amazon. It was super affordable. I think it was like 150 bucks for a 16-foot runner. And I really like the pattern. It's a little bit more greenish blue than I was expecting. It's hard to tell on camera, but I'm excited about it. Technically, when I did the math, I think we needed like 15'7" for the length of the stairs, but I didn't want to spend all of this money on a custom runner because I looked into it and it was not cheap. So I am gonna experiment with cutting this rug. Apparently it can be done, but I've never done it before, so we're gonna figure it out. First, measure your tread width between the wall and the balusters. For us, that's 43 inches. Then subtract the width of your runner. In our case, 43 minus 31 equals 12 inches. So we're gonna take that 12 inches, divide it in two, and that gives us 6 inches on each side of the runner. Using painter's tape to mark these measurements will help keep your runner center while you install it. Next, we want to make sure that our surface is clean before we install the runner. Vacuum your treads and risers to remove hair, dust, etc., and then use a cleaner to wipe them down as well to make sure they're extra clean. This will help the carpet tape stay in place better. I decided to use X-Fasten carpet tape because it's easier to remove than traditional carpet tape. That way, if we decide to change out the runner later, we won't ruin our beautiful stairs in the process. Some of you may remember that we've done this in the past when I put down the safety carpet over the stairs before we did the renovation. So for a more in-depth tutorial, go watch that video. I'll drop the link down below in the description. In summary, once you lay down your carpet tape, you want to little by little remove the other side of the double-sided tape and install your runner in sections. Start at the bottom and work your way up. Next, we're going to use our nail gun to secure the runner in place. I like to add extra nails at the bottom to make sure it's not going anywhere. Use a hammer to push down any nails that are sticking out and smooth out the carpet as you go. Grab your carpet creaser and use it to crease the underside of the tread. Then use your nail gun again to secure the runner in place. I also like to add 1 or 2 nails on the side to make sure it doesn't come up. The biggest difference between the runner and my last carpet install is that I don't want to damage the treads. So this time I'm not going to put any nails into the treads. I'm only putting nails into the risers. This way, if we decide to remove the runner, we can just patch up the holes in the risers and repaint them. Repeat this process at the bottom and the top of all of your risers. Now for the fun part, cutting the runner. First, I used my creaser to mark where the rug needed to be cut. Then I marked that crease on the back side of the rug with a permanent marker and used a ruler to make sure that it was straight. I did a ton of research online before this, and almost every article I could find said that you should use either a carpet knife or a utility knife to cut your rug. This was one of the bigger mistakes that I wish I could take back. I don't know if it was the material of the rug because it was a less expensive washable rug or what, but it was so hard to cut through this material. And when I was able to cut through it, it started fraying like crazy. If I could go back in time, I would have just used a sharp pair of scissors. I think that would have been a much easier and better solution for this. If you go with a thicker, more expensive rug, this might be a good option, but in my case, it was not. I ended up using a pair of scissors to cut off all of the frayed edges, and it still looked all right, so that's good at least. All I'm gonna say is learn from my mistakes, people. All right, let's take this project across the finish line, shall we? I did my best to hide the frayed edges underneath the lip of the upper landing, but unfortunately they were still sticking out a little bit. So I used my creaser to very patiently try to push them in as much as I possibly could. You can still see the frayed edge a little bit, however, I think that it kind of looks like the edge of the rug, so it's not super noticeable in my opinion. Once you finished installing your runner, you can remove all that painter's tape, vacuum up all of the dust, and ogle in the beauty of your creation. Truthfully, I'm a little sad that we had to cover up these beautiful stairs, but the runner and the safety it brings will be well worth it. Thanks so much for watching. Please like and subscribe for part 25 and follow along for more home DIY.